You're a chronic overthinker, and these 3 mindset shifts are about to cure you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about overthinking. This is something a lot of people struggle with. I have struggled with myself, and I still tend to struggle with it. While I was going through a lot of overthinking, these are the mindset shifts that helped me and cured me, and that are going to cure you as well. First off, let's talk about why overthinking happens. Overthinking happens when you become so entangled in your thoughts, also known as cognitive fusion. When you overthink, you become so entangled in your thoughts, you forget the position that you're in, which is the first mindset shift. You are the observer of your thoughts. Remember that. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are not you. You are the observer of thoughts. You do not originate thoughts. Thoughts just come to us. We are not the thoughts themselves. This is exactly what happens in cognitive fusion, and it leads to overthinking when you think that you are your thoughts and you fuse yourself together with your thoughts when really you're just the observer. In my experience, this is what causes anxiety and derealization. And all of those things combined makes it very hard to be present and actually be productive. It's a hindrance. Analyzing everything, overthinking everything, being overly analytical is a hindrance when you let your thoughts control what's going on around you. And I was watching a video, I'll put it right here. It's about overthinking, why we overthink, why we have anxiety. And she had a great analogy. She said that our mind is a bus. Our thoughts are the passengers in the bus, but we are the ones driving the bus. So the passengers might say something here or there, but we are still the ones in control of the bus. Let's say that I'm driving the bus to the gym. Let's say that I'm at the gym, and now the passengers on my bus, aka in my head, are saying, oh my God, you're never going to lose the weight. Oh my God, you're never going to reach your fitness goals. You're never going to get the abs that you want. They're saying that. So if I get out of the driver's seat and I start arguing with them, all I'm doing is making those passengers or the thoughts stronger. That's all I'm doing. When really I should realize that, okay, I'm the driver of this bus. Even though the passengers are yelling at me, even though the passengers are saying what they want to say, they are just the passengers at the end of the day. They don't actually affect anything because at the end of the day, I'm the one driving the bus. So I can choose whether to respond to that or let it fly by. If I take my time out to respond to that, try to prove it wrong and start arguing with it, all I do is make it stronger. And I give up my own power when I'm the driver of the bus. So that is the way that you should think of your life and your mind. You are the driver of your bus. You are the navigator of the plane, whatever you want to call it. And all of your thoughts are just passengers. Some are good passengers, some are bad passengers, but they do not have the power to control the entire bus or the direction of the bus unless you give it that power. And this leads into the second mindset shift, which is what you resist persists. This video right here helped me so much with that. In this context, we are talking about thoughts. When you resist a thought, all you do is make it stronger. The same thing with the bus analogy. You get up and you start arguing with the passenger. What are you doing? You're literally giving up your power. Instead of being still and saying, okay, even though that passenger is saying that, I'm still the driver of the bus, I can choose whether or not to believe that. I have the power to choose whether or not I'm going to identify with that or believe that. And I don't have to believe that. I don't have to listen to what the passenger is telling me because it's just a passenger. It's not the driver of the bus. By default, they have no power other than the power that you give them. If you continue to resist thoughts, you try not to. If I say, don't think of a yellow elephant, what are you going to do? You're going to start thinking of a yellow elephant. And you're resisting in your mind. You're like, don't think of it, don't think of it. And what are you doing by resisting it? You're thinking of it. And by resisting it, what are you doing? You're making the urge to think of a yellow elephant stronger. That's exactly how it works with thoughts. When you resist a thought, all you do is you make it stronger, even though by default, the true nature of thoughts, they are just ideas. They're nothing more than ideas. They do not have any power other than the power you give them. And this is why I always say nothing can affect you without your mental consent, because everything is on an even playing field. Everything is neutral. Thoughts are neutral. We are the ones that assign a good meaning or bad meaning to thoughts. Once you realize that all things and all thoughts are neutral and we're the only ones that can assign a meaning to certain situations or the things we're thinking about, that will help you so much in being like, okay, this is just a thought. I don't have to give any meaning to it. So you're probably going to ask, instead of resisting the thoughts, what do I do? You let them. I always talk about the let them theory by Mel Robbins. Just like she says, let people say what they want to say about you. Let people do what they're going to do. You need to be in control of yourself. You cannot control other people, their actions, what they do. You control yourself. So what do? You let the thoughts. You let the uncertainty be there. You can coexist with your thoughts without giving them power. So when the thoughts arise, you let them. You literally take your power back by letting the thoughts do what they want to do, because at the end of the day, you're the driver of the bus. They're just the passengers. They do not affect anything when you're the one in control. Do not give up your power by resisting the thoughts. Instead, let them. Thoughts are not permanent. Those thoughts are just passing by, which leads me into the third and last mindset shift, which is thoughts are like clouds in the sky. My dad always says this. He always said, Thoughts are like clouds in the sky. Thinking is automatic. It's just a thing that you do with your brain. Your brain will come up with all sorts of thoughts. They're just like clouds in the sky. It doesn't matter what thought it's just like a cloud in the sky. Thoughts only have the power that you give them. Like I said before, by default, thoughts mean nothing, mean absolutely nothing. They are just ideas, things that the brain comes up with. But no thought actually has the power to drive any result unless you give it power and you start acting from that thought because you believe it just because it came up. And just because a thought is present does not mean that you have to identify with it. Like I said, you do not originate thoughts. Thoughts come to you. You choose which thoughts you would like to identify with. If a thought comes to you which you do not identify with, you just let the thought pass because you don't identify with it. And that's also something that I'm learning, but it has made my mental health so much better. And I have found myself being able to be more productive when I just let the thoughts pass. And even in situations with life, you just let them. At the end of the day, you can only control yourself. Overthinking and being overly analytical can make you actually start to fear your mind. It's actually something that I've struggled with, like fearing my mind, fearing my own thoughts, in fear that it's going to cause something, which is exactly what happens in cognitive fusion. Like I said, it creates fear and anxiety. It's like, if I think like this is going to happen. If I feel like this is going to happen. Having emotions is completely normal and human. You do not have to be perfect. You do not need to be on a high vibration every single day. You are human. You're allowed to let your thoughts and your emotions just be. Radical acceptance will save you in times like this. You just accept, okay, I'm feeling like this. Okay, these thoughts are arising. I'm allowed to coexist with these feelings and these thoughts without giving them any meaning or identifying with them or giving them any power, and I'm still able to move my bus forward. I'm currently reading 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. This book has been so good so far. I will do a book review. This book has helped me sit with my emotions, sit with my thoughts. It has helped me accept what I'm feeling, accept what I'm thinking, and still be able to move forward and coexist as a human with thoughts and emotions and not tie any specific meanings to them or not demonize myself for feeling or thinking a certain type of way. This is also a great book to learn emotional intelligence. I'm learning a lot from reading this. It has genuinely helped me in my journey in becoming more mindful, having a healthier mind, and making my mind a place to actually want to be around. You are the person that you will spend the rest of your life with. Your mind is the mind that you will always be in until you die. You will be with yourself, with your mind for the rest of your life, and that is the only thing that stays constant. People come and go, but you remain constant. So because of that, make yourself someone that you actually want to be around. Make your mind a place that you actually want to be in. Make your mind a place that you can flourish in. Not something that you're constantly resisting, not something that's constantly raising your emotions. Learn to be mindful and in tune with yourself and your emotions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Those were the 3 mindset shifts that will cure your overthinking. I will leave some more mindfulness and diffusion techniques down below in the comments. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials. They're in my link tree down below in the description. I'll see you guys next Saturday for a new video.